Oh yeah, I'm ready. Ready to fight God or become him. All right, what do we got here? Clearwater Beach, Ranjan, liftoff. Okay, good. I had to kind of do me a confirmation there. I don't know why, but we gotta confirmate everything. All right, good, great, beautiful, lovely. Yeah. All right, I'm only like 10 minutes late. It's fine. We ain't gonna worry about it. We ain't gonna worry about it, bro. All right, where in the H is my stuff? Donde está my stuff? That is the question of the day. I need to also work on my I gotta get my sound alerts back. Painful sneeze. Just the whole world exploded. Everything exploded and nothing was right. Fine. All right, cool. So yeah, Clearwater Beach with that guy. All right, I think with this we'll go up a little bit. The thing I remember, you got like, I think we used the tires as a center point for this design specifically. Yeah, I think like right there. Just a smidgen out more, just to say that we did. Just to say that we did. I do miss my drum and bass days, actually. Drum and bass days are awesome. They're amazing. All right, and then we're gonna go over here. All right, bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so we're gonna go here, there, there. Key accounts, Ranjan. And then we're gonna go into, yeah, key accounts, key condition, run down share shop. Why am I not seeing the other folders? Am I going the wrong? Did I go the wrong way? Boom, boom. Key accounts, art editions. Yes. Ranjan. Why am I not seeing the things I want to see? What the hell? That is, that's weird. Hold on. Am I doing something wrong here? It might be. Hold on. Why am I only seeing 2 designs or 2 folders? That's not even the right locations. I know I have locations for these things up in here. Key account origins. Yeah, this is the right path, so why am I not seeing anything? That's so weird. I mean, I guess for now I'll just bippity boppy it and just say haha. JSS and then Clearwater, just to say that we did. All right, and then we're gonna go bus astronaut. That's so weird that like this is not it's not doing it right. I don't know. That's like it's like a weird like random thing that's just suddenly not working. It's like why? I love when things don't work. Yeah, that is a conundrum that I don't like. I don't like the conundrum, ladies and gentlemen. It's annoying. All right, we'll do this. We're gonna do this in a not necessarily an old-fashioned way, but we're at least gonna try and make this work. Because again, don't know what's going on here, but NASA. All right, Ranjan logo, boom. And then Clearwater Beach. Put that over there. Clearwater Beach. Would I want to do Clearwater Beach, Florida? .fl. It's like just enough. Like just enough to be reasonable, I think. I don't know. Kind of a thing I'm thinking here. Thunking. Do want to do one quick little check up here. Because I can. Make sure my little chat box is actually functioning. I always forget to do that. I always forget to to make sure my chat box is actually apparent. So cool. All right, had to do me a mental check there because I was just like, why? All right, anyway, back to this little thingamabob again. All right, Clearwater Beach, Florida, booyah. Gonna just pop that right there. Is that too much space? I don't think so. In my eyes, that's not too much, but then again, I've been wrong about that decision before. All right, let's go over here. Boom. Yeah, we'll have to be a little bit inventive to try to see if we can get this to be nice to us here. All right, good vibes, astronaut, RJSS, Clearwater Beach. Yeah, we should be fine. This is honestly not gonna be a bad. This is not a very difficult product. It's literally just 9 name drops in 4 locations. Like I can do that pretty fine. What's up, Daniel? Good to see you. Welcome in. Having a good time and a great day. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the vibes here today. We are currently in the process of right now just busting out some projects currently, trying to get through things all good and going, you know? Trying to get things all good and going. So, 'tis but the goal. Nope, good God. All right, put this there, and then Clearwater Beach. I'm thinking in this situation, because Clearwater is gonna be pretty humongous, I wonder if I can do just the word Clearwater and then beach in the bottom section here. Let's see. You go, I might come back in like 5 months. Belgian potatoes. Huh? Are you departing us, heart failure? Have we finally capped out your entertainment and now you will abandon us? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're all good, heart failure. You know, do your thing. Ain't no problem. Ain't no business, you know. I know. Good to see you. Welcome in. Hoping a good time and a great day. Welcome to stream. All right, so we've gotten that there. Are we doing? Well, I guess we are doing. I guess Florida does have the space launching area. I don't like that. My cat's not as nimble as she could be. Oh, hi cat. You're just gonna, yep, okay. Thanks. Just squeeze right in there. All right, orange tab. Space shuttle. OJ. SS. Clearwater. Yeah, Clearwater Beach feels like it's like the best way I can kind of like make that visibly, you know, work and make sense for myself overall. All right, and then we're gonna go reflection lab. So again, this one with the lab, we need to go with the shuttle launch design. And then I always forget. Did we have like more than one version? We got the original space shuttle. I guess they want the Artemis version of that, huh? Okay. Had to kind of think about that. I was like, what? Let's see. Clearwater Beach. I think on this guy, what we might be able to do here is like on the lower spot. All right. So if I was to do this in a different way, like we do the word beach, and can I scoot you up like just a few points bigger, maybe? I don't know. Just a smidgen larger, you know? I'm just telling you that I don't have enough time. I don't know what the Belgian potatoes thing is, Heartfelt. So forgive me if I'm misunderstanding, if I'm associating with what you're saying with memes. Yeah, the Belgian potato thing just makes me think you're just trolling. You're trolling, bruh. You're trolling. All right, got that there. Booyah. All right, and then reflection lab, Clearwater Beach. What's up, Roku? Good to see you. Welcome in. Hoping a good time and a great day. Thanks for being here. All right, then we're gonna go shuttle launch, and then again. Although on this one, if I remember right, I think they don't like us having the NASA thing though. All right, let's go ahead and put in ship patch. Cool. And then on this one, we'll go ahead and we'll add in the Clearwater Beach. All right, so we can get rid of that guy, and then we should be able to do Clearwater Beach. Maybe. I mean, it is admittedly. Oh my god, why? Why are we making this such a super humongous? Like, how many layers do you want us to type, Miss Madam? My brain says yes, but my heart says why. Like, I kind of want to do Clearwater top, beach bottom, but then that just feels like it's such a comedically small thing. We'll see what they say. Also, Suho, good to see you. Welcome in. Sorry about that. Also, Mustang or Mustack. I'm having a dyslexia day, I think. But if you guys are joining in today, welcome on in. Hope everyone a good morning, evening, afternoon. Pleasure to see you guys all here today. Reese the leaks. Never, Tyler. The leaks are mine. You'll never know about the leaks. But yes, everybody, welcome in. Having a hell of a time trying to like read viewers' names today. I don't know why. I'm over here just like, how do I do? How do I do? All right, and then shuttle launch, and then there we go. What's up, Blitz? Good to see you. Welcome in. Good to have you here in the stream today. Welcome on. Okay, so we got some pretty okay items here today. Nothing too over the top, enough to be reasonable. All right, let's go ahead and get this shuttle transport. Okay, this one should be pretty easy to do. Again, go ahead and we'll slap that right here. And then we're gonna go ship patches just to say that it's in there for now. All right. Okay, don't know what that's about, but sure. Go over here. And for anyone who's joining in today does not know what it is that we are doing right now, we are currently in the process of working on a series of projects for a client known as Ranjan Surf Shop. It is a it's a very popular, very big surfing company, store company over in the United States here today, and we are attempting to we are currently trying to work on making merch basically for this company, and we're just doing some real simple basic things, nothing too over the top there. We're just trying to work it out, you know, trying to get these things all functioning, working and stuff. So yeah, big stuff today. All right, so I think that takes care of that request. And the good thing about like this particular project is like, for the most part, it's not that hard. It's not a very difficult project. If anything, it's tedious, but my brain is just trying really hard to make sure, you know. L, no stream question. I mean, Bar, if you want a stream question, you can ask it. Yeah, no. You can always invent the stream question, and then if people are interested, we'll talk about it. All right, we got that. Looking good, looking beautiful. What's my favorite weird juice? Favorite weird. I don't know if I have a weird juice, you know what I mean? I don't know if I have like an honest to God weird juice. Let's see. Space helmet. All right, so we've got the countdown thingy there. Why the Griffiths Observatory? That's an interesting one. All right, and then we're gonna go Clearwater Beach, although I don't know if we can technically... Oh, I see what they want. How did we... What the fuck? I got banned and removed from a Discord server of a YouTuber. Well, there's a lot of reasons to that, you know, whether they might have an age thing, maybe you were too spicy for them, or, you know, the person just did not really want to, you know, they did not want to deal with whatever they was doing, you know? I didn't do anything. You see, normally, believe it or not, you know, most of the time when people say that, they really did do something. He was just jealous. There we go, you know, so that technically means you did do something to them, or you said something that was inappropriate for their for themselves, you know. So that's how it is, you know. I couldn't tell you why. I couldn't speculate genuinely. I would just say, you know, I just talked about Jesus. Well, you know, sometimes people don't always want the evangelical. Hey, Zeus, he's a soccer player? You may not have incorporated enough context for them then, because I read that as Jesus, not Jesus. And also, it helps if you actually do a Jesus Gooner. No, that's not an actual person's name. And if it is an actual person's name, great. If it's not, you're getting banned. How's that? Boom. healthy. That's why they could get you banned, you know? Yeah, it is not an actual person's name. I can guarantee you that much. So. He played for Arsenal. If you're talking about Arsenal, then you're talking about Gabriel Jesus, not Gunnar. Yeah, no, that's probably why you got banned, is that you used the term Gunnar, not the actual person's name. So in reality, you had every right to be banned because you're over here trying to insinuate bad things, bro. The Arsenal fans are known as Gunnars. See, that's just weird to me. That to me is just funky, you know? Because that, like, number one, you didn't even use the actual person's name. Number two, you have to understand that if someone searches that up, that's gonna mess with their whole search history and it's gonna show up something sexual. So again, your fault. Justified ban for that Discord person, you know? Like, common sense when it comes to that sort of thing, you know? Common sense when it comes to that. There's a lot of people named Jesus in soccer. Oh yeah, well obviously it's soccer. Like that's just the way of the business. That's the way of the beast. You know? There's no question about that. No question about that. Yeah, there is zero question about that. But again, you gotta understand, like, when you're in a public Discord server for any purpose and reason, like, unless, like, you know the people who are gonna get the joke 110% of the time, like, you gotta understand, like, you gotta put in context. You know? You gotta put in context of the words you say, because if you just type in, like, really stupid and, like, unsupported things, you're gonna get banned from every server, YouTube channel, and so on, because you don't know how to add context. Like you can't expect to dish out brain rot, child thumb sucking humor without getting some repercussions. You know, repercussions are real. Repercussions. You're a bit high. Well, again, your own decisions. Your own decisions, and that's just how it is for you, you know? Would you like your kids to be soccer players? I mean, if they want to be soccer players, you know, that's just how it is at the end of the day. If that's what they want to do, then all power to them. I'm not going to stop them, you know? I've got nothing against people being my kids being soccer players. I may not understand what the hell's going on, but, you know, if they like soccer and they want to be soccer players, then sure, you know. I don't know why I would ever stop them from that. It's a great sport, and it's a very active sport. So, you know, hopefully they would find a way to be active and involved with stuff, you know. If I fail in life, I'll become a monk and live in the Himalayas. You know, I think becoming a monk is a lot different than I feel like some people expect, you know? I feel like movie culture kind of misconstrued what monks actually do or how you can become a monk. Trying to like get this spacing here to be proper and all that stuff. All right, so we got Ranjan right there, and then it goes to the end of shop over here. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm ready for my daily dose of insanity. Right on, Brain Dead. Do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Nico, are you Latin? No. I am not. I am American. I am very American, so I do not have any Latinness in me. There we go. Just to scoot that over a little bit. There we go. Super American. The most American of Americans. I have an oil field in my backyard. I've got enough ammunition to survive World War III. And I have a tank in my name somewhere in California. That's right, chat. I'm an American with a tank. Or something, I don't know. Oh, I was trying to figure out what that was, Brain Dead, but now I see the bird now. I do see the American eagle. It's 10:30? It is 10:30 for me, yes. You are correct. Congratulations. You've learned time zones. Time zones be crazy. Why the hell are we not the same proper size here? Yeah, what the H? Don't know what happened there. You are American after all. Yep. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Good thing I checked that, because I don't know why that was improper. You got advice? Oh boy. Hold on, actually, no. We're good. All I gotta do here. Okay. Yeah, no, here we go. I was afraid here for a second, but I know what I did wrong. Too. Put that there. Boom. No requirement there. What are you doing with your wifey for Valentine's Day? So fun fact, Brain Dead, my wife's actually going to be going away for a conference on Valentine's Day. So I'm actually going to be by myself. So this is your actual job? Yes, Bacon. So basically, Bacon, in the best way to describe it, I am an editor for a designing company, and I make edits on various types of designs, artworks, and other forms of like merchandise that come our way. And what you're seeing right now, chat, is the more simplistic and, for lack of better words, brain dead format of my job. I work with cool designs that myself and my coworkers make. I make a lot of adjustments and change ups here. So, but yeah, this is quite genuinely the job that I do. This is the job that I do. You're gonna be alone? Yeah, I'm gonna be alone. My wife's gonna go to Las Vegas with her friends and whatever. You're gonna be lonely? I mean, I'm gonna have my animals with me, and I mean, you guys know I'm already gonna stream. I'm gonna stream probably all weekend. You know, I'm gonna stream all weekend just to kind of get myself all proper. So, wife reveal. Fun fact, Elliot, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of videos to my wife. There's actually a short. That has my wife on it. So, you can find that for sure. Yeah, believe it or not, chat, obviously we got the face reveal. We've had the wife reveal. We've shown almost all of our animals. So, it's just a matter that you just gotta look for it. You gotta find it. You gotta make it happen. She's black? No, she's not. She is quite literally the opposite of black. She is a pale-skinned, blonde hair, blue-eyed lady. Naked reveal? That's called OnlyFans, and believe it or not, you guys aren't worthy of that yet. I believe in Joe Hendry. Bro, I saw a TikTok about that just the other day. I'm like, who the hell is Joe Henry? Oh, Hendry. Joe Hen. Like there was a whole song too. I'm like, what? Joe Henry. Co-reveal? I mean, believe it or not, chat, out of every random, quite honestly like disgusting reveal, like I don't understand the whole fascination of toes, you know? I do not understand I don't understand toe people. You know, toe people are needlessly weird. And I mean that with my whole chest, like needlessly weird. Big wrestling company? Huh. NTX Superstar. Nice. Is it, I guess, you know, it's, I used to be real, oh, no, that's a lie. I've never been into wrestling, you know? Like, wrestling was never a thing in my radar as a kid growing up, because, like, to me, guys, like, wrestling, I was that guy that just couldn't get behind the idea of just, you know, scripted wrestling, because, it just doesn't bode well for me, you know? It doesn't bode well for the, my brain when I have to watch wrestling, because like I see how everything they do and it's like but yeah, no, I do not understand wrestling people. Try wrestling with. Okay, Elliot, be mindful, man. You know, you can say things in the stream, but you know, keep it within reason. You know, I don't need you getting sus on me here. I don't like sus stuff like that. Kind of cringe, not gonna lie. Kinda cringed. Alright, so we got Spiff. Inside thoughts stay inside. Yes, keep the intrusive thoughts inside. No, it's an actual sport. Yes, but again, it's kind of cringe. So Elliot, be mindful. I don't care if it's an actual sport, because there are a lot of things that are cringy as hell to say that are actual things, but we don't need to see that in the chat. So Eric tried, what's that word? Perfying? The tax collector in the underworld. It's a good one. It's a good once in a lifetime hobby. Gross. Also bet to be on Gooner Jesus. Not a clue what that is, but okay. And again, remember, guys, I do prefer context at the end of the day with anything that you guys may say for shenanigans and giggles and stuff, because yeah, because y'all don't need to be redunculous. Purifying. Okay, that was misspelled, so I was like, it was misspelled. The font that I'm seeing right now is so bad. The font that I'm using right now is so bad for some letters, but I'm also at the same time too, I can't read words sometimes. What's up? What's up, Piccolo? Good to see you, man. Welcome in. Pleasure to have you here in the stream. All right, so this one we're gonna go clear water. Clear water. How many kids you gonna have? You know, my wife wants to have a minimum of 2. You know,
My wife wants to have at least a minimum of two children, and you know, whatever comes about, you know. You also stream on Twitch? Yes, Bara. We do stream on Twitch. Oh no, sorry, who said that? Yes, Piccolo. I do stream on Twitch. We are actually multi-streaming on Twitch right now. So if you wanted to see the more full screen version of what you're seeing, you can check out our Twitch. You can do there's a command that gives you a free link to that. So yeah. Nico, do you trust me? No. No. Yeah, there is. Unfortunately, gentlemen, I do not trust my chat. I sometimes I don't even trust my mods sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what, I don't even trust my mods some days, because they will sell my soul for a corn chip, ladies and gentlemen. My mods would sell my soul for a corn chip, and there's nothing I can do about it. What is going on here? Why are we in? Why are there so many unnecessary layers? Things out here be dumculous. Yeah, you know what's kind of funny? I do genuinely sometimes believe that, like, I just have like I just honestly assume at any given point in time that anything you guys will say and or do on stream is like, I just assume that you're all just trolling at this point. Like I don't take anything y'all say seriously anymore. Do you trust me? Like if you walked up to me at night on the street, would you trust me to be chill and not rob you or anything? I mean, brain dead, to be fair, technically it's not the first thing that comes to mind. Technically it's not the first thing that comes to mind. So as long as you don't want to do that, I mean, I'm not gonna think about it. But now that you just suddenly brought that into the equation, now I'm like, maybe they're gonna rob me. You know, you lost the element of surprise. Now I'm over here being cautious. I'm being cautious, bruh. Because that be some sus. That'd be some sus things. That would be some sus stuff right there. All right, we're gonna put you like right there. Are you the same size? We're the same size. Cool. Just saying, you don't announce the plan. You don't announce the plan. Who wants to rob Nico? Yes, I want you guys. If you rob me, you're gonna find out how American I am. Is that a shotgun? You betcha. I surrender. Guess what? This is a no holds barred fight. Click, click, kabang. I'll tell you guys what. If some Care Bear t-shirt wearing My Little Pony brony came up to me in the middle of the night, just said, "Hey, yo, give me your money," ladies and gentlemen, I will give him the power of the sun. I will smite him. I will smite him to the power of everything. There ain't nothing that those people would do to get out of my wrath. I'll hit him with the good old-fashioned Kapuya 4000, you know? I'll hit him with the Kapuya 4000 and there ain't nothing they could do to stop me. Dude, my brain literally short circuits when someone walks too close to me or compliments my outfit. I'm too shy to even think about robbing somebody. You know, I don't think I've ever had that intrusive thought surface. Robs Nico. Kapuya! Is that a grenade? Yes. But we're in a 5x5 enclosed space. Yes. What are you doing? It's called being a legend. It's called going out with a bang, bruh. You ain't prepared for this. You ain't prepared for the smoke, bruh. My leg! Wait, where'd you get that piano? Oh yeah, if I could have a superpower, I would want the ability to summon pianos spontaneously. Like, I want to be able to like have someone rob me one day. It's like, give me your money. And it's like, okay. Pulls it, like opens up like my jacket pocket, and then one-handed holds out an entire like Beethoven era piano and just be like, what the hell? Where'd you get that piano? Ka-clang. And be like, bam, that's how you do it. And then go about my day. You know, like I want to be a menace to society to the point where it's like, oh wow, wow. Yeah, I want someone to be so genuinely traumatized by the power of whatever I do. Guess who's here? The mailman, the milkman, Nico. We can both lose, exactly. We got if you ain't winning, you're losing. But yeah, Pickle, thanks for coming in on the Twitch side, by the way. Welcome into the full screen adventure. Enjoy access to the emotes, the sound alerts, and the other channel points shenanigans, as Twitch does have a little bit more to offer in comparison to YouTube, respectfully. But yeah, I'll tell you guys what, I'm kind of excited for this weekend because I got a really big plan to play Warframe this weekend because there's a certain set of content that I want to cover for Warframe because hello. Hold on. Please. Blessings. There we go. Okay. I was in a group chat. I was in a group chat for a friend's birthday party, and it looks like it was gonna be postponed. So, yeah.
Thank you for following.
Thank you for being the first follower. Appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. How do you get channel points? So, Piccolo, you actually get channel points by just watching the stream. You get more channel points if you're a subscriber on Twitch. But otherwise, you just chill. You just hang out in the stream, and the more you watch, the more you chill out. You get more channel points over time. You get bonus channel points during regular timed intervals. Oh no, this is I don't want Cocoa. I don't want Cocoa Beach. I want Clearwater Beach. Yeah, you get a fair amount of channel points for doing things in the stream. So yeah, you can get a lot of channel points for just vibing in the channel. So yeah, you can get a lot of stuff there. How does the double chat work? Like, how do you see two chats and Twitch at once? So, Braindead, for me, how I see everything is I have... Actually, I might be able to show you guys, actually. Hold up. Let me show you all really quick here. Well, that's going to just double up. So, basically, what happens is, like, on my OBS, aka, like, where my streaming stuff is, right? He's got my shotgun. No. I have a section in my OBS, like a nice like little rectangle spot that is a browser source that has both YouTube and Twitch combined into one location, and then it just shows purple stuff and red stuff for whoever's talking what platform. And then I have a separate program activated that showcases the stream. Stand by, chat. Someone banging on my door. Who the hell? All right, chat, all's good. It was, fun fact, it was the wife. The wife invaded our house again. She invaded. Invaded.
Let me tell you about the time Keith tried to deep fry a turkey. 3rd degree burns over 90% of his body.
Oh, God. Tell us about Keith tried to deep fry a turkey. Bruh, I'll tell you what. Ain't nothing funnier than watching Americans try to deep fry stuff, brother. You want to talk about self-mutilation? Deep frying a turkey. Deep frying a turkey the American way. That right there, that's how we blow things up. Yeah, I know. They deep fry freaking water. I know. No one knows. Everybody is always like, oh no, why did the oil explode everywhere? Well, because the water inside that thing is a problem. The water is what does it, bruh. Grapeseed, good to see you, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Welcome on in. There's deep fried Oreos, Coke, butter, everything. Oh yeah, you can deep fry anything you want. I'm not gonna lie, deep fried Coke is wild to me. Like deep fried Coke, I don't understand how you do it. Like I know I watched a video at one point that explained more or less how the process of it went, but like to me, it never made sense. You know, never made sense about it. I'll make you hydrate? No. How dare you? But how do you deep fry water? Yeah, put it in the oil and then you watch everything explode. I don't like that though. What should I do? Bake a bacon or fry a strange bacon? I think bake bacon. Bacon's good. Are you evenly heighted? No, you are not. I thought I fixed that. I thought I fixed that. Alright, space circle, space helmet. Yeah, I literally thought I just fixed this. Oh, you know what it is? It's because this wasn't centered. Okay, I was like, I know I just fixed this before. Okay, that kind of makes me feel better. Maybe, I don't know. No, because this is still, is the circle, is this not actually like circle? What the hell? Why is this not a circle? Are you not an even circle? How are we making these how are we not making these like perfect circles? Like, hello? Like, they're off by like a 1/10 of an inch. Like, how are we not making these perfect circles? Excuse you. God. Oh, so confused. That was not making any sense to me. I'm over here like, what in the H? Alright. Alright, and then we're gonna go. Yeah, we'll grab it by 5. Alright, I don't know what that was on about, but alright. Not bad, I guess, but I'm making a cute gore, basically creepy cute stuff drawing. Should I post it now? Like wait till Halloween for creepy stuff? I mean, brain dead. The thing is, like, you're gonna like. There's really no point in waiting 8 months for a There's really no point for waiting 8 months for a drawing, unless you're gonna be like constantly improving it over 8 months. Like you might as well just post it just to post, and then eventually someone might say, "Hey, that looks pretty cool." Nico having pimples at 30? Oh, this is not a pimple. This is a mark, a slashing scar. I was attacked by the kitty cat. I almost became Nick Fury with cat scratch fever. Was not a good time. I'm seriously like, I'm so baffled. Like, how the hell? I don't know what is up with this. Like why are we having a strange bacon mark? Yeah. Nico model accurate scar. You know, if I had model accurate scars, I think that would be a very wild and very curious thing. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, guys, fun fact, I did make a promise to my Twitch community a couple of years ago that I'm still going to try to hopefully one day uphold. I told my Twitch chat that if I ever become a Twitch partner, which is significantly harder than YouTube partner in my opinion, I would do a cosplay of my Big Bro model, which I have one day would love to do, you know? If anything else, I think, no, I promise I would dye my hair silver. Like if I became a Twitch partner, chat, I would dye my hair silver and then paint a scar on my face. Why not both? You know, that's fair, Sarah Simp. I declare why not both, because motivation or something. Also, Sarah Simp, good to see you, by the way. Hoping a good time and a beautiful day. Welcome to the stream. Chat, I'm so pumped. So ready. Why is this and this not the same spacing? Like that's bothering me on so many levels. Like it looks like it's just not. Well, it's also because these things are not. No, this is a perfect circle. You're a perfect circle. You're a perfect circle. Why are you not a perfect circle? 52. Oh. Hey, I don't know what that was. That's being weird. Being dumb. Okay, hold up. 193. Yeah, this is a perfect circle. So what is this sudden conundrum of this not being even mathematical? See, like it's not even visually centered, and that's what's throwing me off right now. Is like why, like look at the spacing, chat, between like this section of the sticker right here, right? And then you go down to down here, two very different. Well, is it? Hold on. Maybe I'm optical illusioning. Maybe I'm optically gaslighting myself. Maybe I'm actually, nope, it is physically not. What the hell? Why are we not the same? What did I do differently? What in God's name did I do differently? Because you are 100%. You are 100% evened and such, but yet for some reason optically you decide to not be the same height. Like what in God's name happened here? This is gonna bother me so bad. This is gonna bother me so much, chat. I don't like it. Yeah. Can I change that reorder? Yeah, can I change that reorder? Can I change that reorder? Nothing is a reorder. I didn't like that to begin with, so. Animation tracking, it's not needed. No, I understand. I understand. I don't love the reorders. I do change. You want to record? Like that one. Stickers. Oh, lordy lord. You know what? That one, we're just not gonna say nothing. I can do the future items. All right, don't want 1 second. Check it out. Yeah. Also, God, it's getting so hot, chat. I don't want it to be warm yet. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Anyway. Yeah, why is this one so... I gotta go back. Like this is throwing me off so horribly. Like something in here is just not proper. Something in here is just throwing me off on so many accounts, and I don't know what it is. Because like there's just something about it. Like I can't get this to be back to being visibly making sense. Like for some reason I cannot get this to visibly even out, even though it's mathematically centered, but it's not visually centered, and this is what's throwing me off so bad. And I hate it a lot. Because again, there's no rhyme, business, or reason for this thing to be so egregiously not right. Especially from like the lower perspective. Like, I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get. How hot do I want my bacon? So fun fact, I actually like semi-chewy bacon. I don't like crispy crunch bacon. You know, I like my bacon to have a little bit of give. You know? Because like to me, like crunchy bacon just makes me feel like I'm eating charcoal. Crunchy bacon just makes me feel like I'm eating charcoal. I don't like it. Not too sure, but I think Nico doesn't like the not right it is. What makes you say that? Crispy bacon all the way, but not burnt. There's a very fine line between like crunchy, crispy bacon and then this, you know, sad bacon. Like medium rare bacon. That's fair. That is fair. That is fair. All right. That's, I guess, about as good as I'm going to get it because I can't. Oh, what the hell? Where'd my patch go? You like yours extra well done? Damn. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do extra well done. Because again, like extra well done just means charcoal to me. Makes you sad. Yeah, I don't see Brain Dead Creature in YouTube chat. Why? Grapeseed, it's because for some reason, I don't know what Brain Dead has on their settings, but for some reason they don't show up on YouTube chat as easily unless you look at the stream itself. So just click on the 3 dots and click all chat. Because I think YouTube for some reason has labeled Brain Dead as a spammer. So they're hiding their chats, unfortunately. So there we go. I don't know why they were just touching it. I didn't like it. It was like, I can fix that. I can fix that. All right, Clearwater Beach with Ranjan on it. Not too bad, not too bad. Clearwater Beach, Florida. Not too bad otherwise. Clearwater Beach with a liftoff on it. I feel like for some reason that's like a little more to the left than it needs to be. Okay, I think that's okay. Lord. Lord. All right, anyway. So we're gonna go over to here. There. That's something. All right. And then we're gonna go Clearwater Beach right there. Bam. All right. I don't know why that folder was just like hiding away from me for some reason, but we got it to work as needed. So again, just really odd thing. Am I in college? No, I am not. I have not been in college for quite a bit of time. So yeah, Clearwater Beach, Florida. Clearwater Beach, Clearwater Beach, Clearwater Beach. Don John Surf Shop, Clearwater Beach. Clearwater Beach, Clearwater Beach. The only one I don't like is the Spliff one. Spliff's the only one I don't appreciate. So we'll let that one kind of go. Wait. Oh. Wait. What? Oh, it's in the Cocoa Beach folder. Oh, I get it now. It's Cocoa Beach, but okay. That makes so much more sense. I was so confused as to like where this folder was hiding from, but now I understand it. I was the silly. I was the dumb. Also, Grapeseed, I ask you try your best not to disclose information from other people unless they give it to you willingly. Just because, you know, you don't need to know that unless they say it. All right. Also, Goose, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Having a good time and a great day. All right. So the next location that we're working on is Key West, Florida, which I can totally do. So this one will be a little bit easier to work on. Now, with this guy, I can kind of do... I can do, like, Key West, Florida. If I really wanna. Maybe. But, like, I don't know. This one's a little weird. I mean, I could do maybe I'll do like Key West FL. I mean, like to fill in the space better, I feel like this is gonna be like one of these like really basic ones. All right, and then we got Bus Astronaut. And then RJ SS Key West. Okay, so now I know what to do here now. So we need to go boom, bam, Shazam, boom, boom, doom, boom, Key West. Okay, that makes so much more sense. I was like just so confused in like where this location even was. What you got, Piccolo? A grape a day keeps my meat away. Oh, that's wild. Getting some interesting folks in here today, tell you what. Alright, good vibes, astronaut. And then we're gonna go over here to Key West. Alright, now this one we'll do Key West, Florida to kind of help the spacing a bit more. And I don't really want to do tracking anymore because it's not what I want to do here. But yeah, I need to start just correcting these designs myself because because it's like I want to get like please somebody can please get rid of that name reorder. It's like get me out of there. There are just some really annoying and ugly reorders. But yeah, I don't like having reorders in these designs. It just sucks. You know what, really quick, I need to check something here. When does this shipping date exist again? 2/16. Basically, yesterday I was just chilling around doom scrolling when I wanted to play GD. Geometry Dash? That's like the only like game I can think of that has like a GD and the GD initials in it. All right, and then we're gonna go orange tab. All right, now this one we'll do Key West, Florida. I apparently over typed something in here. Don't know what it was, but okay. What did I do wrong here? Not a clue, but we did right. But Geometry Dash wouldn't start. How dare they? How dare Geometry Dash have a broken game? Geometry Dash Florida. And then... All right, so we're gonna pop that there. And then Key West, Florida. Why is that so big? I tried installing and reinstalling 3-year-old Geometry Dash account, by the way. Damn. What's up, Bacon? Good to see you. Welcome in. What do you do for work? I'm an editor for a merchandise company, and I do what I can to make adjustments and modifications to client requests. Minecraft better. I mean, comparing Roblox to Minecraft is like comparing Doom Eternal to Terraria. Like, they're such vividly different games that it'd be really hard to make a fair comparison of the two, you know? At least in my opinion. All right, do that there. Boom. Okay, well now I've got a little bit better of a pacing thing here. All right, and then we're gonna go orange tab, shuttle, Key West. No, they said. Okay, no, we're good. We're using, yeah, we used Artemis Spark for 2 of these things. We're good. Okay. Fails thing, please try again later. So I think what you might be going on with there is that you might be having an issue with the it's not necessarily the game. It might be Apple. It might be an Apple error that's causing that to happen. All right, we're gonna hide the word beach, and then this one we're just gonna put in the word Key West. Say that we did. Key West. Hello, hold here in Canada. Damn. How could I fix it? I would say if you're having an issue with your Geometry Dash account, obviously you already uninstalled and reinstalled it. I would say in many cases, you probably want to do a adjustment on, you might want to visit the App Store and make sure your phone is up to date and or power down your phone all the way and then restart it from scratch. Like restart your phone. Because sometimes it just needs like to reset itself, and then hopefully the server will resync eventually. But that sounds like an Apple error, not necessarily Geometry Dash. And if that doesn't work, give it a couple days, and hopefully you'll be back in action. Wow. Did you sip a closed Sprite? No, it is an open Sprite. I do close, but it was. I do occasionally do me a closed Sprite, though. Alright, so number 1 games I like is Sonic. You can tell by my profile picture. Hell yeah. I like Sonic. Sonic's a fun game type. All right, and we're gonna go reflection lab, shuttle launch, RJSS, Key West. All right. And then we're gonna go shuttle launch again. Ugh. Good. All right. So far, for the most part, we got a pretty good handle on what we need to do here. Yeah, they don't want NASA on these things. All right. Then we got the Key West .fl and then Key West .fl. West. Nope. There we go. Had to make that work there. America, why? Because we can. Because we can, ladies and gentlemen. That's. If the question ever pertains to why does America do something, just say yes and assume it's just America being America. Because we like doing that. Americans like being Americans. All right. Yeah, so Key West, Florida, boom. Overall, not the worst thing. I do want to kind of do like one little loop of tracking. Are you kind of even? Hell no, you ain't. And of course, there's absolutely no way I can make this. This is why I hate when we have to deal with uneven. This is why I hate when we do this, where we have to have like uneven type. And like I can make this work, but gotta make it happen, you know? This is why why the graphic styles thing is such a wonderful tool, because you only have to type the type once and it's perfectly even, good to go, you know? Whereas this, I now have to dive into the design and attemptively fix something that doesn't need to be like this. All right, there we go. All right, Key West, Florida, moderately even there. Ooh, I probably should have checked on that for that last one. Let's see, Clearwater Beach. How are you? Actually, you might legitimately be better. Nope, you are just as uneven. Awesome. How are you not even? There is something in here that is what is making this so uneven? There we go. Okay, now he's got to do this the right way, and we'll hopefully scoot this over. Okay, that should do it. Okay, now we're gonna really quickly, because I can here, I'm gonna grab all this. Completely forgot about like the whole the visual evenness of it all. Trying to be better. Wait. Oh, don't tell me. Are you? This is why I don't like that. This is why I don't like how this is like orchestrated and designed, because like it just feels wrong, feels silly, doesn't help me at all. Meh. Yeah, I don't know. Just it's like one of those things where I'm looking right at it and I'm just like I want it to be centered, but because there's so many layers, it makes it very tedious, needlessly tedious in my opinion, to make this happen. And admittedly, it's also like such a minute change that like it's at least vertically centered more or less, but again, it's just one of those like really annoying problems here. All right, so we're gonna put that there. Boom. All right, we're gonna really quick, we're gonna resave this design request for Clearwater. And then we're gonna go back over here to Clearwater. And then this one is technically just shuttle launch. Launch. All right. Now we're good. I don't know why that was... Don't know why it took me a hot second, but we got it. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Bam. Alright, cool. There we go. See, look at that chat. Now we're back. That was a little bit of an unnecessary hitch. But we're here. We're doing it. We're doing what we gotta do here. And then Key West. And then grabbing that. And then shuttle launch. Okay. Now we're in a better spot, position, place, things. I don't know. All right. Down to the last 4 for this guy. Yeah, again, like this project is genuinely not that difficult. I don't know. Honestly, times like what's kind of weird for me is that I have lately been like so all over the place with like what I'm trying to do for like my job, my work. I feel like there's like, I don't know, my brain is predicting stuff that doesn't actually exist or is going to happen yet. and I don't know how I feel about it. Like, and what I mean by that, chat, is that like my brain is suspecting a great change is coming, you know, potentially just like a life-altering change. Like, y'all ever had that feeling before, where like, you know, you're going through life and then out of nowhere, like something in the back of your brain is just telling you like, prepare for something different, prepare for something new. And you know, like for myself, it's like I don't know how I don't know how I feel about the potentialness of a great change just showing up. Nah, I don't have that main character inner dialogue, bruh. I'll tell you what, I have pragmatic dialogue. That's what I like to call it. You know, I've got pragmatic dialogue where my brain tells me, hey Nico, get ready for weird stuff to happen, or hey Nico, get ready to have like get ready to be upside down for a little while. It's like, what do you mean? I don't know. I don't necessarily live my life pessimistically, but like one of the biggest things for me, Chad, is like I'm very good about listening to my gut when it comes to like decision making, or at least attemptively like trying something new and dorky. Because like for me, ladies and gentlemen, it's such a stuff, you know, it's such a thing. What do you think of the game Undertale? I think Undertale was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Super fun game, very dorky, and it was a good time, you know. It was a good time. I haven't played it in a good number of years, but it was definitely a very, it definitely like made me like want to keep playing, because I think I did a neutral ending and a pacifist ending, although I did neutral first then pacifist, which supposedly kind of ruined the experience for me, because the game remembers your choices somewhat, kind of, maybe. So wasn't the best thing ever, but you know. All right, space helmet space. All right, there we go. All right, and then we're gonna go over here really quickly, RJSS Clearwater, and then let's put you like over here. Then Nico, would you ever do a horror game night? Yes I would. Fun fact, chat, I actually do enjoy horror games quite a bit. What it is, I just haven't found like a good horror game that I want to play that like I feel like will last me a while, you know? Because like my issue with horror games is like, it's not that I'm never too scared, it's just that I myself as an individual, I'm always like, like I want to play a horror game that I can entertain myself with, that isn't going to you know, make me what's the word I want to use here? I want a horror game that's not going to make me feel like I'm overtasking myself. Like I like horror games where the monster is present all the time. Like I don't enjoy horror games that are the whole you can't have weapons no matter how many viable options are on the ground. Your only choices are to run, hide, and escape. And it's like I want a horror game where I have to fight to survive. Like give me like Resident Evil, give me Silent Hill, give me the games where I had to survive hordes upon hordes of things, and I make the decision if I have to run for my life or not, you know? Give me the decision to do that kind of thing. Like, I don't know like how to put it into proper words, but like I have a really weird way of I have a really weird preference when it comes to like the type of horror movies and games that I love to engage myself with, you know? If you kill a sword at the start and regret your decisions and restart again, a little flower will remind you what you did. Yeah, Flowey over here just like saying, hey, remember when you did this thing, you bastard? What if I want to murder the monster? Or if I try to reset the monster? Who's gonna stop me? Exactly. You get it. What was the concept of that wild thinking to hear first? You know, I think someone just brought it up and then it kind of like transitioned the conversation. I think that's really all it was. Y'all over here derailing my thoughts. How dare you? All right, and then we've got Key West, and then that takes care of that. All right, so now. All right, so now that should hopefully do us okay, right? Yeah. You damn some tea? Nice. I like tea. All right. And then I kind of do need to scoot you up a little bit more. Not by much, but just like 1 or 2 points over. All right, I do need to scoot the trademarks of this design a little bit more up and around. All right, I think that should take care of those. Nothing too over the top, just a nice little trademark blip there to kind of hopefully symbolize what we need. And whoa, okay, that was just a random glitch. Didn't like it. Did not like it one bit. Okay, I'm gonna try to get through the world here. Oh, that reminds me. I need to message somebody about a thing. Okay, let's fix that again. Go over to this, gonna process over to you. Yeah, I feel like weekly I'm getting like this whole thing. This seems on February 5th. Hey, let's see here. Out. Let's see here. I don't know if you ever do Roblox streams, but a game I would recommend is based off Undertale. It's called Undertale Last Corridor. It's a game, 1v3 in the game, and it's really fun. Unfortunately, I don't really see myself ever doing Roblox streams because I just don't see myself being a Roblox kind of guy. But thanks for recommending it to me. You know, 8 noon. Then 1 p.m. to 5. And then February 6th in at 7:58 to noon. 12. All right, there we go. If you could assist, comma, I'd be thankful, comma, happy Friday, by the way. Why did you suddenly get a deep, gravelly boy voice? That was just me kind of like, that's like my mumble voice, if we had to call that as anything, you know? E-boy voice? I don't know if I would call that an E-boy voice. Actually, I would definitely not call that an E-boy voice at all. What the hell? that's my mumbling. Was I had to message somebody about something that I just remembered about, so I was like, oh no. Okay, so we got that there. Bada bing, bada boom, ba boomba, boomba, oompa loompa. All right, helmet, RJSS. What about my bub question? Have you ever watched Bird Box? Yes, I've watched Bird Box. You know, admittedly, not gonna lie, Bird Box the concept was cool, but the way that like the acting was kind of dorky. Like my biggest gripe about Bird Box was the main character lady, how when she had the two children, she named them boy and girl. Like, I don't know why that throws me off to such a tangent, but it just does. Like, I physically get so annoyed whenever I'm like, oh yeah, because when you're given, so it's worth the watch? Yes. I'm not spoiling anything, obviously, but like, there's so, like, it's a really interesting concept for a movie. I do give it that. It's just that, like, for me, there were some writing things that just threw me off mentally, but otherwise, really cool original idea. Well, I think it was based off a book, but still. Boy and girl, those are not names. Exactly. No, like, there's just like you like, with what happened in the movie, and then you get these two children, and it's like, yes, for the next 5 to 6 years of your life, your name is boy, your name is girl. Like, what? Like, what human being in their name, in their world is, oh yes, my name's boy and girl, huh? Why would you name your kids boy and girl? You should watch the movie and find out, because it was weird. Your whole personality is basically like gone. I mean, you know, again, it's one of those things where it's just a very dorky situation that just happens, and you know, it's, again, weird movie, cool movie, but weird. It's kind of like The Quiet Place. It's kind of like The Quiet Place. You're basically just your gender. Yeah, right. All right, and then we're gonna go spiff. Oh, how do I want to do this? So, how do I want you to look? What's up, Tyler? Good to see you. Welcome back in. All right. Like, I guess I can kind of do it like this. Just finished an anime? Nice. Which one did you finish? And what'd you end up finishing, Scammer? Was it good? Did you enjoy it? Was the plot plotted? I don't know if you saw my other comment, but I typed out of the stream for a bit, but I'm in Undertale last quarter, and someone is Sans, and Sans goals to get the characters. Nice. Mention that one person with every pronoun possible, but not the only pronoun they were born with because it's offensive or uncomfortable. I mean, that's a whole thing there, Tyler. It's a whole thing. It was an amazing anime called 86. The anime was called 86? Hold up. Hold up. 86. Oh, it literally is just called 86. Huh. Interesting. Visually, it looks visually, it looks nice. Good old-fashioned silver-haired characters. We love those. Would it be silver? Like a very light bluish. Nah, that's silver. That's silver. Huh. Nice. Okay. You know what? I might look into this one. I might look into that one, Scammer. Thank you. I always love finding animes from chat, man. I always love finding out what you guys watch. And be like, hey, that's cool. I've thought about so many times, Chad, just doing like a Danny Mata like episode reactions channel where I just like pull out animes and we just watch shorts of me reacting to certain scenes where it's like, Gojo, what do you mean? What do you mean, brother? Average Twitter message. I think people should just get a living. And do you have any idea how rare jobs are? Well, Tyler, it's not that jobs are rare. It's just that jobs don't pay enough. You know, like everyone has these like weird situations where like there's so many like there are jobs out there, but you just gotta pick out like, do you want a job that's gonna pay you borderline just barely enough for rent, or do you, like it's basically, do you want to have one job or two jobs? That's what everyone's fighting about. It's like, do you want one job or do you want two? Because that's what people are trying to get here, you know? Because like you can get a job anywhere in the world doing just about anything. You just gotta debate whether or not you are willing to do that kind of thing, you know? Like you can get a job in construction. You can get a job in construction and it might pay you really, really well, but you're gonna be sacrificing your body to get to that money. Or you can work in fast food and get guaranteed job security. But then again, do you want to potentially have to get a second job just to, you know, afford life? You know? That's the big thing. That is the big deal. I want no job. Well, you know, eventually we all have to buck up about it. So, you know. All right, so we're gonna grab all these and then we're gonna, so that thing, this thing, that thing. Oh, that's for Cocoa Beach. Okay. Okay, no. Can someone just spoil me, please? I don't want to work. I just want to dilly-dally. You know, Brain Dead, the best way to do that is make yourself as physically, spiritually, emotionally attractive as possible. Go to the right person or the right crowd, and you will become the most spoiled brat in, well, respectfully, the most spoiled brat in the history of everything. You know? Like, make yourself so wantable that someone will want to give you everything just so that they are your one and only person. Just so that you are the one and only person. I might look at Spacesuit Kid again. I have one question. Why is Finland the happiest country? Like, we're all depressed and don't want to talk to each other. It's because you don't want to talk to her. That's why your eyes are all happier. You're not talking to randos, you know? I don't want to throw tracking in this one though, because like to me it just doesn't need it. Like it feels like it reads better, you know. I feel like I gotta like upgrade. I gotta like up the dot in this one a bit more. And we'll look at that one in a minute. No human actors, no weirdos. No weirdos equals happiness. Exactly. See, that's the trick. If you don't want to talk to your neighbor, you don't think of them any differently. And when you don't think about them any differently, you just go about your business and you just love life a little bit more. All right, Orange Beach, Alabama. Okay, that one, I guess we can work backwards. Why not? Orange Beach, Alabama. All right, so first off, we're gonna do this. And then Orange Beach, Alabama. All right, now this one, I don't know how we're gonna do this here, but we're gonna try. All right, so this one, we're gonna shrink it down a fair bit here, and then Alabama. Alabama. The doorbell just rang. There's something. It's a job application. Oh, dear God. What do you fear more, a job application or Mariah Carey unthawing herself for more Christmas music? All right, so we need to ungroup these real quick. I don't know why y'all are grouped to start. All right, so first off, Baboomba. Because I'm definitely Orange Beach AL. I would say women. You know, I'll tell you guys what. Women are pretty great. Women are pretty great when they're on your side. Women are pretty awesome when they're on your side. Which is worse, Drake or Job? Mariah Carey's mother. You know, I will tell you guys what. Like, out of everything, like, involving celebrities and musicians and all that, like, to a fair extent, I do have to commend a lot of celebrities who have reached the point in their lives where they're able to quite literally have some of the most, like, lucrative wealth. Like, anyone out there in the world who's able to achieve lucrative wealth, in my opinion, has to have some degree of, like, you know, hey, congratulations, because to make it to that point in your life is absolutely insane. Like, the ability to be able to say, hey, I'm gonna spend $15 million on X, Y, and Z thing because it just sounds cool at the time. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, what? You have that much money? Like, yeah. Like Diddy and Epstein. I wouldn't go that far. Those are the people I don't want ever. Those people are no. I would not do that. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole just for the sake of my own sanity and for the sake of my Twitch TOS. You know what I mean? We don't need none of that. They don't deserve nothing. But you know, it's like you got people who are like, you know, trying to think of like some right off the top of my head, kind of like rich people who just have throwaway money. I don't know. Like for me, chat, it's like even streamers, you know, even streamers like Amaranth, you know, who, you know, granted the way that she earned her money was more sexual based, and you know, but she got her bag. She got her bag and did her job. And you know, I feel like in a lot of ways too, like there's so many like individuals out there in the world who are quite literally just they are main character energy, you know? Like for some reason my brain always encompasses people who are my brain always encompasses individuals who are like at that level of like richness that they're basically the main character of their story arcs, you know? When's the face cam gonna end? Good vibes. My plan is at the very least expect by the end of February. February will most likely be the end of the guaranteed face cam days. because again, I'm trying to like, I want to see how my content is affected if I do face cam or no face cam. Because, you know, I don't know, I like having videos and streams, because like I want to see if certain videos or certain things that I do end up growing better because of my face cam stuff, you know. Mika, guess my age. Bara, I don't like doing that on stream because that doxes people. And then also, most of the time, people who ask me that typically are underaged, aka not within Twitch's TOS, and I technically have to ban them. So I'm not gonna guess your age, but I'm gonna say nah. I actually literally almost guessed him, like, okay, maybe I'm not. I mean, as long as you're above the age of 13, cool, you can watch the stream, you know. But like I said, most people who have in the past asked me to guess their ages, they're always like under 10, and I'm over here like, oh man, because again, you know, like YouTube has TOS for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube has TOS for a reason. I don't know. Some people are really cool about it. Some people are kind of eh. But I just don't like you know, displaying people's ages, especially if they're minors, you know. Yeah, it's about as good as I'm gonna get. Fantastic. Small child band. Yeah. Well, because like the thing is that like at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I have to be very careful because, you know, there are streamers do get in trouble for who's in their channels all the time. And, you know, the last thing I want is to ever, you know, have to forcibly ban somebody because, you know, they chose to be the most like rambunctious, unnecessary acting child in the stream, you know. Because like I can usually tell for the most part who is someone with a degree of brain cells, because like there's just the ways that people talk, you know. There's ways that people talk on stream that just really like dictates and shows it, you know. And again, like it's one of those things where like, why do we need to know your age? That's like the one big thing for me. It's like for me, chat, it's like I don't care how old you are because it doesn't dictate anything. I just want to protect my people in my chat because there are individuals out there who will either make fun of you, harass you, and you know, sometimes there's just a lurker out there who just waiting for someone to find out. It's like, oh my god, you're this old? Yeah. Like I don't want to be that YouTuber who gets eventually told where it's like, yes, I'm minor. I'm going to now become 70% of most of the platform. Wait, no, it is illegal smash. God. All right, and then we're gonna go. Then we go Spacesuit Kid. And like I said, like for me, chat, it's like I'm not like I only ban if you're under 13. You know, like if you're a munchkin, I ban. But like again, as long as you're not disrespectful, you're not annoying to the point where I have to tell you to stop, we're good. Oh yeah, my knee shakes are gonna. All right. By the way, that was a joke. Oh yeah, no, I know, scammer. But anyway, guys, like I said, it's one of those things where like I try my best to be very respectful about everyone in the stream, and you know there are certain things where like I know I'm not 18 plus, chat, but I'm also not family friendly. So like it's a really weird and constant give and take that doesn't always make sense, because you know I do consider myself to be, you know, a adult streamer in the sense that I do make adult content, but I also am not family friendly enough to be like, you know, I don't do heck and shoot dangs, you know, like I don't censor myself for the munchkins, you know. Like, I'm gonna still represent myself how I want to be represented in, you know? I'm gonna swear, I'm gonna talk what I want to talk about, but I'm also gonna be respectful to like the majority of my audience, because that's what I should do. That's what I need to do. You know, I don't want to ever like have it going on about that, you know? Yapamus Prime. Oh yeah, I am 100% Yapamus. I'm very good at yapping, chat. If it was 18 plus, I would be banned expeditiously. Oh yeah. And like, you know, for me, chat, like, I don't think there's ever anything wrong with a creator, especially a streamer who is 18 plus, because they don't want to deal with children, and that's perfectly fine. I've had many days where I'm just like, I can tell you don't have a driver's license, or you don't know what responsibility is. Kapoof. Because it typically eliminates some of the more spamish and troll-like accounts. Because, you know, like, you guys gotta always remember, like, you gotta respect what a streamer has in terms of their general rules. Because, you know, the moment you disrespect a streamer's rules, you should not be allowed in the stream. You know? Like, at the end of the day, guys, like, everything that we do as streamers is for entertainment purposes, but also we gotta be very careful. My question is, why do some kids watch adult content? You know, honestly, Evil Bacon, I think it's a matter of they just have the ability to do it. You know, they're streaming their lot. Exactly. Respect it. Exactly. 100%. But yeah, no, like, I think kids just watch what they're not supposed to out of that whole, to them, it's literally just because they can, you know? And to them, they don't know what adult content is. Like, they think unless they see, you know, like real, like, you know, naughty, nasty stuff, it's just content. Like, it's majority of it is a lack of potential teachings from parents. You know, it's a potential of a lack of teaching from parents, but also it's a lack of common sense for children. Because, you know, they don't know what is and what is not a good thing to watch. And like, I'm not going to tell you guys what you can and can't watch. That is not my responsibility. I'll just ban you if you're not supposed to be in here, you know? It's that easy. It is that easy for me. And yeah, you know, like, at the end of the day, guys, like, the biggest thing is I will always and forever protect my channel, protect my people, just so that you guys know, you know, that I'm going to, you know, make sure that I'm good, I'm safe. Because at the end of the day, guys, I can't control you guys from going on to a separate account and then going and watching whatever you want. Because, like, literally, it's the power of the free internet. You know, it's the power of the free world and the free internet. Because you guys can literally watch whatever the hell you want. You know, the biggest thing I can do is I can recommend you guys don't. I can recommend what you guys don't need to watch. Always looking out for us. I mean, I'm not gonna necessarily like look out, but you know, I gotta be very fair. I gotta be very fair about like what I try to accomplish and what I try to do, because again, I'm not gonna police my stream, you know? Like, respectfully, if you're not supposed to be here, don't be in the stream. Easy, simple, beautiful, you know? And yeah, like, at the end of the day, guys, like, I'm gonna have my own stuff. I'm gonna have my own rule book and all that good jazz. And you know, sometimes, chat, there are gonna be people out there who are going to disrespect the rules of the stream, and that's why we have rules in place, you know? Most of the time, rules are made because of one bad actor who decides to get too spicy, and then they ruin everybody else, you know? I blame Cherry Coke for the downfall of our country. Damn. Not the Cherry Coke. I don't think I've ever seen a store with Cherry Coke. I feel like Cherry Coke's like just like one of those options that it does exist, but like no one actually drinks it. You know what I mean? Oh, for God's sake. Want a Sprite cranberry? But yeah, I've like never actually seen someone willingly drink cherry Coke. All right, pop that over there. Give or take about there. Some people swear by it. Those people are psychopaths. I mean, you know, I'll tell you what, you know, when you got a drink that you will ride or die on as like your #1 must-have liquid sustenance, you know, that's a special drink. That's a very special drink that you will just be like, hey, yo, this is my jam. Give me nothing else. We good. Like, Chad, that's like me and Sprite, you know? That's like me and Sprite. I ride or die, and I love and adore the drink, you know? That's how I am. That's how I do. Yeah. Usually what I do sometimes figure out if my, honestly, just look at the YouTube channel because for some reason a lot of people make random voices with their voice. I mean, again, you know, to me, it's like, I can tell what my audience, like for me, Chad, it's like, I will make content how I make content. Like, I don't really like cater my content based on the age group of my people, because again, to me, you guys don't control what I make, you know? I'm gonna play the games that I think are fun. I think the games are gonna be like interesting for you guys to check out. And at the end of the day, chat, you know, eventually most of y'all are gonna grow up and then be like, oh, hey, Nico's content. And then it's like, boom, easy, love it. You know? Because like, again, why not? You know? I mean, it's probably as good, so it's valid, but the thing is straight expired cough medicine tasting. Nothing. You know, Dr. Pepper is weird. I can't do Dr. Pepper. I know some people like swear by it, but you know, you're just that immature. And you know what? That's 100% a thing that you have control over. You know, you have control over your maturity of being on stream. You have the ability to showcase your maturity, and you know what? And yeah, like, and again, chat, I'm not gonna ever knock anybody for having a certain situation. Like, chat, I'm myself am extremely immature. I know I'm immature because, you know, that's just how I am as a person. You know, I know for a fact I'm gonna be a dorky individual, and like, you know, I'll do my fair share of dorky vibes. What's up, McKay? Good to see ya. Because again, like I know for a fact that for me, chat, I'm chill, you know? I misspelled your message? What message did you say? I just wanted to figure out if my audience under 13 YouTube channels. A lot of people make random videos. I don't know why I saw voice. Random videos. Yeah, fun fact, chat, if you guys don't know, I have a dyslexic issue when it comes to like reading chat, because like small font and then my inability to read sometimes. Oh yeah, you'll have a good time learning that as you stream and chat with me more. So. Being mature and chill aren't mutually exclusive. I mean, mature and chill. It just depends on your demeanor as a person, you know. It's just your demeanor as a person. Like, it's not like, guys, it's not that hard to act sensible. It's not that hard to act sensible as a person, you know. It just requires you to just take a moment and say, okay, what can I do to be better about, you know, how I carry myself in a public setting, you know? Because at the end of the day, guys, like I'm gonna do what I do best, you know. Like I can turn on the shenanigans like a switch, no problem. But at the same time, chat, it's like I don't want to be a disgenuine streamer, you know. I don't want to be disgenuine in the respect of like, you know, oh hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and never stop screaming, you know. Like I'm gonna be wholesome, but I'm also gonna be dorky when I need to be, which is mostly what the gaming streams are for. Most of what the gaming streams are for. Let's see here. What does Streamload even do? So good vibes. Streamload is basically another way that you guys can choose to support me. What it is that you basically can purchase specialized sound alert cards that allow you to basically you purchase a box, the funds from the box goes directly back to me, and then it gives you really cool sound alerts. It gives you really cool funny things that you can do on stream, including random challenges. It's another way to like have really fun interactions on stream. Really fun way to have interactions on stream. So, and you don't always have to craft too. You usually pretty much get sound effects. But yeah, thank you, Bar, for helping explain. All right, Orange Beach, Alabama. I could probably do AL on this one, be fine. Ooh, big sneeze. That got me good. That got me good. Somebody donate 10 gifted memberships. You know, I would love that if I had more memberships in my stream, man. Because fun fact, chat, we do have emotes available on stream, but unfortunately, due to my size, I don't have enough memberships yet to give you guys on YouTube more emotes to use. Because YouTube does have emotes, but Twitch has more. Do I want Alabama? I think I'll do Alabama. I think I'll do AL on this one. All right, not bad. I'll take that. All right, there we go. All right, that takes care of that one. Why do you not look? You are just my computer. My computer's being a brat. That's what it is. My computer's choosing to be a booty brat. You know, don't like it. This may just be me, but your profile picture looks like Silver from Silver the Hedgehog. Fun fact, Bacon, it actually partly is. So the story behind like my picture, aka my logo, is my logo is based on a my logo was actually gifted to me by a fellow graphic designer a couple of years back. and it's a mixture of Dungeons and Dragons, Tron, and Silver the Hedgehog, and it kind of helps with my branding representation of NiccoSilverado, and I can include Silver the Hedgehog. So yeah, that's basically what the logo is. It's a really cool thing that it's a really awesome thing that was gifted to me by a very talented designer by the name of Fom King. I still use his logo and a lot of the things that he made for my channel to this day, actually. And yeah, really cool dude. Very thankful for what he was able to help work with us there. So yeah, so a lot of cool things about that there. All right, here we go. Shuttle, transport, RJSS, and then Orange Beach. I do need to double check on this one here. I got this folder and then one more folder, and then we're good to go. Just gotta make sure this stuff looks and reads right, you know? Gotta make sure this stuff reads right. Your voice, blah 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 blah. Yeah. And don't you forget it. You know? Don't you forget the power of my yapping. And don't forget to be respectful. Yeah, nah. Because you're the one who's over here chilling. All right, so yeah, Orange Beach for that. And then we've got shuttle launch. So with this guy here, actually I might be able to do this. Ah, you're gonna do that to me? Damn you. Your PFP reminds me of Sonic.exe. Yeah, I mean there is some Sonic items involved there, so very astute of you. By the way, game of recommendation you playing on the channel is those Five Nights at Fredbear's. Five Nights at Freddy's or Five Nights at Fredbear's? I think there is an actual like game that's called Five Nights at Fredbear's. If I remember ish. About like right there, give or take. All right, so let's see. This one is good. That one's okay, I guess, for now. Again, this would be so much easier if we just did it with a graphic style. You type it in once, and it's all it needs to do. Game recommendation: play an online game called Lost Gamer. Lost Gamer. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Lost Gamer. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of that one, Scammer. I do have a game that I'm going to try to play this tomorrow called Crank It. My editor, Geldon, actually recommended it to me. And I'm going to try to see about seeing if that game's going to be worth my time. It's called Those Nights at Fredbear's. That's the game name. There are two versions of it, 2015 remake and the new design, the original. I recommend you play the remake though. Yeah, Five Nights at Fredbear's and Freddy's have history. Huh. You know, it's so funny, like just like how many like random like variations of some of like various like shenanigans and things. Lost Gamer, it's like GeoGuessr but with game maps. You know, honestly, what's kind of funny is I would suffer. Like the only game maps that I can guarantee that I could actually like say yay or nay to off like the site is I could probably get The Witcher.
I can definitely get Skyrim. Mass Effect technically doesn't have a map, but yeah, there are a couple of games that I could be pretty decent at, but there are a couple of games that I could totally do that on. You know, GeoGuessr people are kind of scary though. Like, GeoGuessr people are like professional doxers. Yeah, GeoGuessers are kind of insane. Wait, actually, hold up. Is there more than one Orange Beach location? I think there's only like one Orange Beach. All right, guys, BRB. I'm gonna do a quick little thing IRL. We'll be right back after just a brief few minutes. So see you guys in a minute. BRB. All right, guys, we're back in action. Start by the way. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Getting through this. One place at a time, one thing at a time. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay. Where am I at here? So let's see here. We're gonna go. Let's go. And then we'll go shuttle launch here. Not typing the word shuttle launch. Did his shirt change? I did change my shirt. Yes, my wife made a comment before she left with my cat to go to the vet. My wife had mentioned that the shirt that I was wearing previously was quote unquote disgusting. So to appease that, I decided to change my shirt just because. I also changed to a short sleeve shirt because it's just so hot. Like it's so damn hot in this house today. Like I've been having like hot flashes going on lately and I don't appreciate it. Like it's so annoying. So annoying. Because like I'm over here like just trying to have a good time and just like no. It's like, oh great, love it. So yeah, there was a little bit of a thing going on here. So yeah. This one, can I maybe do the word Orange Beach and not have an issue? Let's see. Orange Beach. I mean, I can definitely make it fit, although it's a bit lengthy. Let's see. I did Clearwater Beach. Yeah, that would make it too small. Maybe? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking at the thing, like my brain wants to do this. I don't know. By the way, Lost Gamer has the maps of Skyrim, Witcher, and World of Warcraft. Okay, yeah, World of Warcraft I could probably do. Although, it's been a couple of years since I've done like base versions of WoW. Like I can get Pandaria. I can definitely get Azure. Like I can definitely get Kalmandor, which I think is, which one is it? I can get the Alliance side of the continent. So, but play Pressure Under Pressure. It's a free game or else. Damn, getting hit with them emojis of threats. Threatenings. Great googly moogly. Let me go down a point here just to kind of make it a little bit better. All right, and like up one. I don't want to do like the word orange and beach. It's like I feel like that's like too. I don't know. We'll have to play a bit. We'll have to play it by ear a little bit here. I'll have to look at all these things at once and kind of see what I'm looking like here because I want a degree of consistency with the styling and of course the representation of it all. So I could probably go back and do like Orange Beach, Alabama, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll go back over here and I'll do yeah, I'll go over here, Alabama. Have a good time, Vibes. Thanks for chilling out with us and have a great rest of your afternoon, evening, or morning. And be safe out there, and hopefully we'll catch you on for the super stream tomorrow. Also, guys, by the way, tomorrow we do have plans on doing a super stream. However, it's gonna be kind of a little bit funky because of the things we're gonna be trying to do tomorrow. So tomorrow, chat, I have so much shit. I got so much I gotta work on because like I have content I need to record. Sunday I'm gonna do a super Sunday for sure, like a more gaming focused Sunday. And then I didn't do as much gaming as I wanted to this weekend. I had a really good time. I had a really good gaming opportunity this weekend, so we'll do this.
We'll do Orange Beach, Alabama. We'll call it good enough. Maybe I'll go down a point. But yeah, we got a lot of things to work on. We got a lot of things to try to cover for games this weekend. I'm gonna be kind of riding the wave that I've had recently with Warframe, and I'm gonna be participating in a. I'm gonna try to do a lot of stuff. I'm gonna try to do a lot of bits and bobs for that. So should be fun. Should be fun for me. Why am I feeling stabby? Where am I feeling stabbies, huh? Muscles, I'm gonna need you to stop. All right, Reflection Lab, RJSS, Orange Beach. Yeah, I think we'll definitely wanna mess around with that. Over the model. So what we're doing with the models, we're taking a brief break with the model in order to reaffirm my own personal appearance and self-confidence. So we're just doing a temporary face cam era in order to enjoy ourselves a bit more. We are gonna go back to the model eventually. I just want to take some time here to enjoy this, you know. Think about starting to watch an isekai anime. Nice. I've seen a couple of pretty nifty ones as of recently. And doesn't exist. Okay. All right, and then Orange Beach, Alabama. Okay, now this one I should be able to incorporate Orange Beach. Yeah. And then we'll put Alabama right below. And we'll have a good time. Where in the hell? RJSS. There we go. Don't know why I didn't even think about that. There we go. Wait. Is that a real purple user? Yeah. I don't know if you say what I saw earlier, but saw what I said earlier, but if you play those nice patch tips, recommend check out the currents at all costs, and if you hear sprinting, you're dead. Yeah, freaking Foxy going Mach 90 through the area. That makes sense. That is fair. All right, and then we're gonna go here. Get that out of my face. And then we're gonna go Alabama. Nope. Alabama. No. Again, Elliot. You're right there. You know? I don't need those kind of creeper messages in my stream. All right, let's go down to like here. And then yeah. $50 super chat right now. Okay, just fucking just get the fuck out of here. Don't need that stuff in my thing anymore, man. Fucking saying weird shit. I'm pretty sure that's just I'm pretty sure that's just a frequent flyer who keeps making alt accounts, because who the fuck asked that, man? Like, goddamn. Yeah, I don't need that stuff, and I don't need that kind of nonsense in my stream if that's what you're gonna be offering. All right, Orange Beach. Let's go and make you a little larger. All right. Right now, chat's wild. It's just one of those things where like every so often, you know, you just get a person who comes in the stream and they just say they like people don't understand. Like there are some things you don't need to say in chat. You know, if you're being weird, if you're being creepy, if you're being over the top, you don't need to say that stuff. And I've told that person multiple times, like, hey, calm down. And it's like, and plus, I'm pretty sure they're using alternate accounts to watch, because there's only like one cringy person I've had on stream who types that completely unrelated speaking. Like, get out of here. Like, I don't like people being creepy. I don't like people being weird overly. You know, like it just feels like it should be common sense to, you know, don't say weird crap to a streamer, or just like, you know, being unnecessary, you know? Like I said, it's a thing that I don't appreciate always, because it makes me uncomfortable, and people just so we need an IP address and a strike squad. Yes, send in the Steam team. All right, orange tab, and then shuttle. RJSS, orange, nope. Orange beach. All right, there we go. I probably should not have banned. I should have done a timeout. What I meant to do was a timeout, not a ban. There. Like, that's just there. Where in the H is my list? All right, so we're good with that one. We're gonna have to look on this one again, 'cause like I feel like for some reason I'm having like a discrepancy issue when it comes to like the way that these are supposed to look. I don't like it. Let's see, keep the logo on there, and then we're going to Orange Beach, Alabama. All right, Orange Beach, Alabama. Yeah, I think we can get away with that a little bit. I don't like creepy people. You know, like, I don't mind people being silly, but like, there are just certain comments that are not appropriate for stream, you know? Oh no. Yeah, there are certain types of comments that are unnecessary into a stream. And if you don't know that, then, you know, you gotta get timed out a little bit and, you know, calm yourself down a little bit, because the thing is, like, some people get too comfortable in stream, you know? Some people get too comfortable. Like, I don't want to hear about your bodily fluids. I don't want to hear about your over the top things. Like, there's an etiquette that people don't know how to do anymore, and it may seem hard for some folks, but like, I would rather boop an unorthodox individual versus, you know, risk my channel getting banned because of inappropriate topics, you know? Some people do overshare, and I overshare. Like, I'm guilty of this too, chat. I overshare quite frequently, and it's not my favorite thing to admit whenever I do overshare, because it just happens, you know? It happens a lot. All right, and then we're gonna go bus astronaut. And then Orlando, Florida. That one should be pretty okay. All right, this one. Orange Beach. Like, you can definitely get away with the word Orange Beach here. I'll go start a new anime called That Time I Got Reincarnated. Oh, nice. Good one. I like that one, actually. They actually just announced the latest season to be released, and I'm very excited for the next one. The movie that was with it was actually not too bad. Yeah, Scammer, I think you're gonna definitely... I really enjoyed Reincarnated as a Slime. I think you might as well. I think you'll enjoy that one. All right, now this one's gonna be in Alabama, so we gotta kind of, so we're gonna swap it around here. Completed. So this one, we gotta do a couple things here. So we're gonna change this. We're gonna change this to that, and then this one's just gonna be lift off. Okay. Oh, that's right. I gotta do that. Okay. So I'm gonna have to get a. Well, actually, no. I don't need to get inventive. All I gotta do is just gotta go back to that Florida license plate that I made, because I know I myself made that one. So I need to go back to Florida here. So these arts are for companies, right? Yeah, so technically these are all for gift shops right now. These are all gift shops that I'm working with right now. Currently just trying to get this all functioning here. Where's my NASA symbol? There it is. All right, so we're gonna grab that there. All right, so now we're gonna do some stuff here. So first off, make you that color. Secondly, make you this color. Nope, this. Okay. Apparently I gotta get the gray to be proper, because apparently not light. Nope, too dark. Or too light, I mean. Too light. Oh, for God's sake. So you make gift shop souvenirs? Do you 3D print them? No, so these are just stickers. I work almost solely with stickers. I make stickers for gift shops, and they purchase them, and all this really is, these are just designs. So you get paid for it? I do. I would not be doing this for free. I would not be doing this for free. Doesn't even make a lot from it. Oh yeah, I make enough to survive. I make enough to live comfortably, so really that's all that matters for myself, honestly. So how do we do this for Florida? Okay. So with this guy, we're gonna remove. That's part of the design. No. Oh man, that's annoying. I feel like that's a, no, that's, yeah. I don't think we're supposed to include the NASA logo. All right. Biscuits and gravy. I got the extended edition of Lord of the Rings. Nice. That's cool. Love that. Lord of the Rings is fun. I love Lord of the Rings. Orange Beach, founding date 1984. Why are you so... I don't know why that was like... I don't know why that was like so, like scrunched up. Nico, what do you think is better, Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter? Like, what world would you rather live in? Okay, you see, now there's two answers to that. Number one, which one do I like more? I like Lord of the Rings. Which one would I rather live in? Harry Potter. Because Harry Potter at least has like the modern day comforts and then like swish and flick magic. Like, in retrospect, the universe of Harry Potter is no different than the average everyday world minus the involvement of magic. Lord of the Rings, you could die from a drake just walking around and then dysentery, you know, because good old fashioned dysentery. And like, yeah, like Harry Potter, like minus the situation involving Harry Potter himself, there's really nothing wrong with that world. It just has a secret society of magic, you know. You're just not allowed to use magic in the presence of normal people. Because again, it's just, that's just the way it is. Plus, the movies, I think, take place in the 2000s while the books are in the 90s. Well, I mean, the Harry Potter universe itself definitely took place in like the 90s, but still, the wizard world of Harry Potter is a lot more reasonable. Like, now granted, you do have things like the giant spiders, the Patronuses and all those things. Like there's a whole menagerie. There's a whole menagerie of stuff involved there. What's up, Naps? Good to see ya. But yeah, if I had, like, I like Lord of the Rings as a series better, but I would rather live in the Harry Potter universe. If that makes sense. I would always carry a gun if I was in Harry Potter, better than any wand. You know, I feel like Harry Potter, you could totally like trick somebody and then make them oof themselves, you know? Star Wars or Star Trek? You know, admittedly, I'm still a Star Wars guy. I've always been a Star Wars dude. I love Star Wars. I like the idea of Star Trek, but for me, Star Wars is just a cooler universe in my brain. Nico, would you want to become a wizard with the only downside being that you'll be in Britain forever? Ah, yes, be stuck in London. Not the British. I mean, if I have the power of magic, that just means I can still do some fun stuff. I'd like to live in the Star Wars universe. Plus, I think Star Trek would get wrecked by Star Wars. Well, you see, I think the thing is like, I think in terms of like technology, I think Star Wars and Star Trek technology are about even. It's basically the involvement of the Force versus the involvement of a moderately more unified galaxy. Except for the Klingons. Also, I don't know if you got, but I just posted a new video. Nice. All right, gonna gonna try to see if I can make this work with us here. This thing's being slow. Nico, do you stalk your chatters' YouTube channels? Not really, honestly, because for me, it's one of those things where, like, most of the time, 99.9% of my YouTube chatters either don't post, are minors, or the content that they post has, like, no relevance to anything I would want to watch, unfortunately. So, that's just me. Would you want to be in the Star Wars universe, but restricted to a dumb sand planet for the rest of your dumb nomad life? So basically, would I want to live on Tatooine? I mean, I feel like if I had the ability to make myself live comfortably in Tatooine, sure. But at the same time, it's Tatooine. You know? Didn't see you live? Oh, well, it's all good. You're all good, Socks. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like in a way I could probably see myself vibing. I feel like if I lived in the Star Wars universe, I feel like I would either become a scrapper, or I would want to work at the cantina and like make a name for myself as like a very like reputable person, you know? Because I feel like other Star Wars mini series have always kind of like found ways to make places like Tatooine more vibrant and more alive, you know? Yeah. I would be a bounty hunter. I'd like to be a Mandalorian. You know, honestly, if I had to do anything in the world of Star Wars, like, I would want to learn how to build starships and like become like a starship designer for people, you know? Because like, I don't know if I'd want to live in like a completely lawless town. Lawless or too lawful. Like, I'd want to live like in a moderately classic era. It would have to be a warmer location. I couldn't do like I don't think I could do things like Kashyyyk, where it's just freaking forest jungle. Like, basically, chat, knowing that everything in the world in Star Wars can kill, like, the planets in Star Wars are terrifying. The planets in Star Wars are actually terrifying, and I don't think anyone's been able to, you know, admit that yet. I don't think people are willing to admit that yet. I think the Old Republic era would be good. You know, honestly, I would rather live in the Old Republic era than Rebel Alliance era. But I feel like the Rebel Alliance era was such a weird wishy-washy location. Like, I feel like with the Republic era, like, Old Republic would be so good. Because, like, the clones, the battle droids, and all that. Like, at least there was, like, some degree of diplomacy involved in that era. Rebel Alliance era, there was just so much give and take that it was just constantly sad. I didn't personally enjoy that much of like the Rebel era, the Rebel Alliance era. Ryan, 2 Star Wars fanfics, one with a person who is a template for a clone army rather than Jango Fett, and another is Earth in Star Wars. Nice. I feel like Earth in Star Wars just became like desolate and became like a resource planet at the end of the day. Like, they just like killed the planet just so they can have like oil. You know, that's actually one thing I never thought about until just this moment. If you guys think about it, imagine, like, I feel like in most cases, I feel like in most cases, chat, there's a situation where you gotta think the amount of resources that are required to keep things like the Galactic Republic functioning in terms of like resources, materials, and all that. Like, you gotta think that there are some planets that were literally at one point beautiful, flourishing ecosystems, and then they were like, hey, yo, titanium exists here, and then they just glass the planet. Like, you gotta think that there's probably some planets out there that have been decimated. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely annihilated. Oil, yeah. But yeah, no, Republic and Clone Wars era was definitely my favorite era of Star Wars universe, just because like the clones are cool. I liked the battle droids, and you know, the battles to me more or less made sense. It wasn't like an over-the-top problem, you know. I just feel like also like the idea of like the more, it's so weird, you know, because like one of the weirdest things for me is like, in terms of like the TV show Republics, you know, the TV show like Star Wars Republic was really cool, but I always never understood why. Like, I know about the rule of 2 for Sith Lords, but like in reality, man, it's like the fact of the matter is that the Sith only ever had like 2 to 3, well, technically during the TV shows they were kind of ridiculous, you know. Read my stupid hypothetical comment. What do you mean? What'd you even say, Naps? Did I not read it? Oh. Nika, would you rather be Jar Jar or Jabba the Big Gut? Would I rather be Jar Jar Binks or the Jabba the Hutt? I mean, Jabba the Hutt has influence, but he's also a fat slug. Jar Jar Binks is secretly a Sith Lord, but he's also a twig. Not gonna lie, there are some options here. Although Jar Jar just doesn't get a lot of respect, but then, although if I did become Jabba the Hutt, maybe I could become a fit Hutt. Maybe I can like lift weights while interrogating people who enter into my cantina, and then like after a couple months of doing this, I'll have like the most jacked slug body ever. Like, I will be rizzed. I'll be Jabba the Riz, and no one can stop me. Gotta love Jabba the Riz, chat. Read my stupid hypothetical comment. Crazy. All right, we're gonna do a quick little checky check here to kind of see if I agree with my own decisions here. Jabba the Rizzler, exactly. Exactly. You know, I really loved the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic video games. I keep seeing a thing where it's like, don't worry guys, in 2030 we're gonna release a remake of this beloved game. And it's like, what do you mean 2030? Like, I'm gonna forget that Star Wars is even in development. Like, that's like the one dumb thing about like when it comes to like the release of other games and other types of content. You know, it's like, if you're gonna make a game announcement and you're gonna suddenly tell me, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna release this game, but in the way out there future. And it's like, what do you mean, bruh? What are you telling me with a straight face that you're gonna try to tell me to get hyped out for a game that's not gonna be coming out until like 2030? What is this? Did you know Jar Jar was kicked out of the Senate and was basically shunned by the galaxy for allowing Palpatine to gain power, and also he became a clown on Naboo where he was loved by the kids but hated by the parents. I think it was in the Legends of EU though. GTA 6 though. See, okay, and that's another thing too, like GTA 6, I don't know. Like, GTA is gonna be cool, but it's one of those like things where like I don't know how to feel hyped about GTA 6. Because I know it's gonna exist. I know it's going to be a thing, right? But like, I think they can take as long as they want, because we all know that GTA 6 is gonna be a 10-year plus project. GTA 6 will be a 10+ year hype fest, where the first 2 years are gonna be nothing but story hype, and then it's just gonna be GTA Online until the end of days. You know, like what they did with GTA 5, cool, but I don't play GTA enough to care. You know, like I play GTA 5 for the story, and then I got to like level 50 or something back on GTA Online, but I didn't really do much to really like get a big thing about it. Like I would love to do a GTA RP thing one day, you know, just like go nuts on the server idea. But yeah, like there's just, I don't know. There's a segment of hype that, like, I think if you're excited about GTA 6, all power to you. I hope it's everything you've ever wanted. But I myself just don't see myself getting into it as much. It had to have been already worked on for GTA 6, so maybe this year they release it. I mean, supposedly they've stopped current plan delays. They so far have stopped current planned delays with GTA 6. And honestly, I think I honestly starting to think the gaming delays are just to get news and relevance over the game. Like they use gaming delays as a way to like hype up the story, hype up the content, even though they had no intentions of actually releasing it, you know? I need a Jurassic Park survival game out now. Damn. AI plans, I can tell by the wings and the windows. I mean, this was probably made by AI, yeah. But like, all in all, it's not terrible. Like, it's passable, but yeah, it's passable at the very least. I swear, GTA 6 is a prank. People are gonna be mad. It's not a prank. I mean, at this point, they've invested so much money into the concept. You know? So much AI, bro. Oh, yeah, Sonny. Unfortunately, that's just the clients that I work with. You know? The clients that I work with, you know, a lot of them request that I make changes to their AI artworks, and it's like, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to fucking catch all these things. No. 233889. What's this? I want to get since I'm too much to have a job though. All right, ba-boom, ba-bam. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go over here to 158. And then we're gonna go down 1, 2, 3. 3 points down here. All right, there we go. No. Check on that thing there. They claim it's on 2024 side. What is this? Good. All right, everything else should be fine. I'm a bit sleepy, but I'm gonna take a nap. Tell them to say bye once they come back and I'm making their food. Right on, Brain Dead. Be safe out there. Have a good rest of your day, afternoon, and morning. And again, guys, reminder, we will not be having a night stream as I'm going to be trying to get a lot of personal stuff done. And I might get some off-camera recording done today so that I can focus on my fun little events here. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be nifty fun, nifty cool. Also, guys, I just want to thank you guys all by the way for giving us over 50,000 views over the past week alone. Or sorry, in the past 4 days. So thank you guys for giving us some much love and attention on some of our most recent shorts. Thank you guys all for the new subs. Very thankful for that. Very, very excited to see that like people are actually sharing our content, you know? So feeling very good about some of my most recent strike up of views, you know? Because 50,000 is a lot, chat. 50,000 is a lot. Why do you look bigger? You're not. You look bigger, but you're not. Orange Beach, Alabama. Hanging on it. Okay. Orange Beach. I could probably do AL on that one, but all right, so we're down to the last requested design, which shouldn't be too difficult. So now we're gonna go back and do all this again. All right, now this one we're gonna go back over to Florida. So we got the Alabama takeoff. And then lift off for that. And then Orlando. Now with this one, I'm pretty sure I can just do Orlando.fl here. Potentially? I don't know. This is like one of those like design. It's like one of those like names where it's like it can go kind of any way, any style at this point. It's basically, it's all valid is what I'm trying to say. It's all exceptionally valid. So let's go up by 10. I mean, my brain says should be, this is reasonable, you know, enough. Doesn't need to be over the top in terms of like general size, but should be okay. All right, there we go. And then over here, last folder. Bus astronaut JSS Orlando, Florida. Yeah, I don't think I've streamed as much as I wanted to this weekend. I thought I was gonna do more, but definitely was not as active as I wanted to be this weekend or this week. But hopefully this weekend I can change it up and I can get some good opportunities my way to make some really fun videos, get some fun recording done, and just enjoy the day, you know? Because yesterday chat was pretty chill. I managed to keep myself moderately calm and quiet. Not gonna lie, chat, I can't tell if it's a I can't tell if it's a mixture of like just like me just wanting calm right now, but like I don't know. shenanigans. Same thing, and instead of streaming for 8 hours, I reached 50 people. My most recent leave. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm looking kind of like my little thing here. We got like this is technically the last official item that I got to work on today. So all right, so we're gonna go over here, and then let's see here. So yeah, Orlando, Florida. This one we're gonna have to type it out all the way because there's no shot. So Orlando dot Florida, and then again like so the biggest thing with this one is like, is it wrong? No. Is there a lot of negative space? Unfortunately. But I feel like, wait, what if Key West? Let me, yeah, I want to do some modifications here to kind of make it sense here. Let's see if you saw. Alright, nice. I think I fixed up that a little bit. I don't like it. This doesn't really work as well. I don't like it, mates. All right, so we're kind of working this about nothing too bad here. So grab that. All right, cool. So we kind of got that working up there. Oh yeah, I didn't do anything here. I didn't do anything different. I just got it alone. So yeah, Key West versus Orlando. Yeah, that's about what I'm looking like here. I do want to kind of scoot this one up just a scotch more. All right, and then good. Nope. Good vibes. Orlando, Florida. Go back over here. Orlando. Yeah. All right, and then we're almost done here. Just got to do 7 more designs, and we'll probably end the stream, and then we'll rest our brains and hopefully get some good results on the upcoming vibes here, because I want a good weekend for myself. And I think getting out of my house tonight will be really good, chat, because like last night I said I was going to do some personal designing and all that, or some personal things, but I ended up just honestly staying home and watching a movie with my wife, which was actually pretty nice. I did greatly appreciate that, and I enjoyed it. Orlando. Yeah, I had a fantastic time with that. So my goal today is to actually make money again, to get back into the business of it all. So all right, And then RJ, SS. Let's see here.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
True. I will I will bonk those out.
Damn.
Is it not Utah? Freaking cactuses, man.
Cacti everywhere.
All the cacti. Oh, the cacti. Alright, gonna grab this. Anyways, freaking get all those. True. I'll remove those and check all the art as well. I'll remove them and check all the art as well. Okay, Orlando, Florida, which again, kind of a big ol' bro thing there. Freaking cacti. All right, Orlando, Florida with Ranjan symbol on the bottom there. Not too bad. Yeah. I'll go through that again. Orange tab and then RJSS. Orlando. Oh, Orlando. Oh, stand by, guys. Gotta let my wife back in. BRB.
All right, we're back in action. And wife came in, said hello. My cat's back. She's alive. She's alive. Not gonna cause any more shenanigans, I believe. So, positives on that front. All right, there we go. Bam. All right, so now we can hopefully get through this blip and blob a little bit faster, a little bit better. Yeah, Orlando, Florida, Ron John, little logo on the bottom there. Thankfully, these are looking pretty okay. And like I said, we're gonna do this last little series of projects, and we're gonna take ourselves a nice little moment to chill and breathe. So. Yeah, that's the goal there, just to get this all good and done. Okay. Saguaros. Saguaros, man. All right, so we've got that there. Yeah, I think this is the last minor project, and we'll have a couple hours of probably quietly doing nothing. So I will take that happily. If I can find this thing here. Damn it. All right. I feel like, do I need to do Florida? I don't know. And then Orlando there. All right, chat. I think what I'm actually gonna do here, just because I gotta do a couple of last minute little bits and bobs. Okay. But yeah, guys, be awesome, be amazing. We're gonna go ahead and just call it in just a little bit early, just because I want to try to get some personal things done off camera here tonight. So thank you guys all for being great individuals. We'll see you guys all on tomorrow's super stream day. Tomorrow's gonna be a little bit on the sporadic side, like I said, but we still plan on doing a super stream. So guys, be awesome, be amazing, and be well. We'll see you guys all on the next one. But of course, adios, sayonara, and goodbye.